Hello guys, this is your king, your Archfiends of Chaos. This is your King of the Knife. It's about time EX Turk, and I got another Final Fantasy segment, or should I say Final Fantasy theory that has nothing to do with the characters or battle system or whatever, but the music itself. Now this music is very ominous and could cause uneasiness as well as anxiety. So if you have severe anxiety, I wouldn't listen to the audio. I would turn this video off with the audio, turn the video on, but turn the audio off, because this is some anxiety-ridden music. Now, what could the song Disquiet Piteous Ruin piano music mean? And this will actually go through several theories. One of the theories is it goes through Final Fantasy Peasants theory about, the story of Ifrit and Eos, where Ifrit goes down to the underworld to see, I think would be his mom, Eos, lying dead, after being chained up, which caused the Star Scourge. Or this song could have something to do with the Star Scourge. Because, if you really think about it, after during Final Fantasy Peasants video, after Ifrit has ridden Doom Train, he goes onto the underworld, then sees a chained up dead Eos, which caused despair and anxiety, which is exactly why Ifrit, it didn't explain it very well, but you see the rooms turning and stuff like that to show the disparity that Ifrit was going through after seeing Eos's body like that. That's why I think this music could also tie into that theory as well, which go subscribe to Final Fantasy Peasant for more of that theory. That's just one of the many theories I have with the music for the Piteous Ruins. The other meaning that this song could have is the underworld, the after beyond, what the underworld looks like. Because if you go to the Piteous dungeon, and when you get to that one shaped square where you see all the different squares and different, angles, and you had to go through a whole entire maze chapter of this, of the Piteous Ruins, is actually the underworld. Anything after the Doom Train, after you get done riding on Doom Train and get to that one door opening, you actually see the whole rooms and everything spinning around, acting crazy. So could this have something to do with the underworld? Or could it be something even darker than that? Maybe something even beyond the game of Final Fantasy 15. Maybe it's more than just a dark artistic view of expression of the Piteous Ruins. Maybe there's actually something in real life that ties to this music. Think about it. It ain't the first time that music has not tied into something really creepy and dark before. If anyone remember the original Pokemon Green, before it became Pokemon Red and Blue, the music to Lavender Town theme and Pokemon Green has caused Japanese kids to have seizures and even commit suicide. So it could be even something darker. Now, I know I look like I'm looking into this, but I'm a music fan. First of all, I'm a huge music fan, I know one thing in heavy metal, like in the heavy metal genre, if you play the 6th chord, I don't know if it's the 6th string or the 6th chord, there's actually a belief where you could be summoning demons out of the 6th chord if you play it. Not that I believe it or not, or I'm subscribed to that, but if you play the 6th chord, on an electric guitar, performing metal music, which is one of the reasons why the band Black Sabbath got the controversial stamp. Is the main reason why they got the controversial stamp, besides their lyrics, would be when they played the sixth chord in almost all their songs, which, you know, to some religious or spiritual beliefs, that summons dark entities, dark spirits, and dark something dark and evil, because it's the sixth chord, you know, 3 6s, mark of the beast. Now, that's not this music right here that we're talking about, but, you know, I'm just saying, music isn't the, you know, music doesn't have to have words to mean something, in my opinion, and in the way I see it. Music don't have to have words to mean something. It, you know, just by the tempo and the way it's played. What the Piteous dungeon music, Disqiet, is based off a real event. Maybe something happened in real life, and then it was, you know, influenced the Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack's Disqiet. What if something, you know, tragic happened? I don't know if it's something tragic happened, or maybe there's just something that makes an evil sounding thing. What if there's actually keyboards of the piano that are forbidden to play due to spiritual beliefs, believing that demons can be summoned out of those keyboards? Now, I know. Again, I will put a disclaimer right there. I don't subscribe to the conspiracy theory stuff. I think it's all dumb and it's full of shit. But I'm just pointing out that there's actually more to the Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack song Disqiet, the Piteous Ruins piano magic. If you really go back into the game before the Piteous dungeon, like, I don't know, chapter 3 or 4, Noctis has a nightmare. And Noctis's nightmare was the Final Fantasy 15 Omen trailer. And during the Final Fantasy 15 Omen trailer, this song was playing in the background. So this could be, so besides it having a dark meaning beyond the game, that's the second theory I have for the Piteous Ruins piano music. Now let's get to the third one. It could be the character Omen Noctis or Chaos Noctis, but I'm going to call him Omen Noctis because the trailer was Omen. Ominous. What if this is actually Chaos Noctis's or Omen Noctis's theme? Because it played in the nightmare sequence where Noctis was actually... It played in the, you know, it played in the background during Noctis's nightmare he had, and during either chapter 2 or 3 or 4, I can't remember what chapter, but it was one of the nightmares he had, you know, which was the whole entire Omen trailer, besides the scene of Chaos Noctis. What if this is actually Chaos Noctis, or what I call Omen Noctis's music? Maybe they're getting ready to introduce a new character in the DLC. Maybe you're going to have to revisit the Piteous dungeon to fight Chaos Noctis. What if there's a DLC that makes you go to the Piteous dungeon and you have to reach the end again? Except this time to fight Dark Noctis or Chaos Noctis or what I call Omen Noctis. You know, what if, you know, Omen Noctis is made by the spirits of the... what if Omen Noctis is made by the spirits of the underworld in the Piteous dungeon ruins? And you have to fight him as a boss. So this could also be Omen Noctis's theme, because if you paid attention to Noctis's dream, it's exactly the Omen trailer, just cut off a few frames, and you cut off a few frames and it's a minute and stuff, and cut off a certain character completely. Actually, make that 2. Lunafreya wasn't even in the dream, but it was still the Omen trailer. So what if Square Enix is predicting DLC? What if Square Enix is predicting DLC to put in there where you have to go back to the Piteous Ruins, maybe go into a different area and fight Omen Noctis or Omen? Or maybe Omen Noctis started out in the Piteous Ruins. What if there's a part of Noctis, a spirit is left behind, comes out, and then you have to fight Omen Noctis is a boss? And what if Omen, I'm gonna call him Omen. What if Omen was born in the Piteous Ruins? It could be possible, because how much despair and darkness the Piteous Ruins has, such as the underworld where the tragic story of Ifrit. What if it's possible that there's a part of Noctis that got lost in the Piteous Ruins and that became Omen, and you had to fight Omen as a boss? So that's the third theory. The first theory would have to go in the Final Fantasy Peasants video about the tragic story of Ifrit, Eos, and Arden. Second theory, there's even a deeper meaning than what's on the video game music soundtrack. Third theory, this is actually Omen Noctis' theme. You know, that they set up so when the DLC comes, you have to face Omen Noctis. And that's all I gotta say. May the crystal be with you. Like and subscribe. Comment on the theory of what you think.